All right, just wondered where you were.
I'm here.
Okay, folks, that was a goat roping. I would entertain a motion to reconvene the March 2nd, 2017 Davis County Fiscal Court meeting.
Make the motion.
Move. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. All right, Jenny, you ready?
Judge, I know your birthday's coming up and you'll be 70. I didn't know you could move this fast. This 29-year-old just can't go that fast.
Yeah, I think she shed some years and added them to mine.
Consideration for presentation, a proclamation, March 12, 2017, Eagle Scout Day.
Whereas the vision of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare every youth in America to become responsible, participating citizens and leaders who are guided by the Scout oath and law. And by the way, guys, we're going to ask each of you to get up here and recite those. And whereas on March 19, 2017, Boy Scout Logan Mills, Troop 247, Boy Scout Zach Thomas, Boy Scout Ezekiel Claude Roberts, Boy Scout Zachariah James Roberts, Boy Scout Matthew Nicholas Mills, and Boy Scout James Lucas Howard will be recognized by the Boy Scouts of America for successfully completing all requirements for Scouting's highest rank. And whereas it is with great pride that we celebrate alongside all the Boy Scouts and their families, family, friends, and neighbors, and joyfully recognize their attainment of the rank of Eagle Scout, and to honor the faithful and steady path taken within the Scouting organization. And whereas these Eagle Scouts projects included all sorts of things raising money for the community. Now therefore, I, Davis County Judge Executive Al Mattingly, do hereby proclaim March 12, 2017 as Eagle Scout Day in Davis County, and urge all citizens to recognize all of these Boy Scouts for their hard work, dedication, and contribution to this community and their community, and to acknowledge the value and accomplishments of being an Eagle Scout. I want to say again, congratulations to each and every one of you. Now, what I'm going to do, Jenny must have got worn out moving so quick.
Want some help?
Yeah, why don't you come down front with me? As we call each of your names, if you would come up and stand, commissioners, the rest of you come down as well, and stand in the middle of the commissioners and with myself, and we'll get a picture. Somebody's going to take a picture, I know, and we'll give you a plaque. Ezekiel Claude Roberts. Zachariah James Roberts. Matthew Nicholas Mills. We'll do this. James Lucas Howard. Zachary Thomas Hardesty. Logan Mills. Sounds terrible. Somebody needs to get the oil can. I want to once again tell each and every one of you and your families, and I don't have to tell them how proud we are as a fiscal court that we have 6 young men who are about to take this big step in their lives. You know, we have presidents and astronauts and all sorts of leaders in our country who are Eagle Scouts. And I was in scouting until I was 18 years old when I graduated from high school. And what you're doing is really tough to do. So thank you for what you do for the community. Thank you for what you will do for this community.
Amen.
Now, don't feel like you got to stay. If you and your parents want to get up and go, that's fine. Oh, they're going to stay. What is wrong with those guys? Okay.
B, proclaim February 27 through March 4th, 2017 as Owensboro Saves Week.
Whereas personal and household savings is fundamental to Daviess County's stability and vitality, and whereas adequate emergency savings, retirement funds, and safe debt income ratios are critical components of personal financial security, and whereas America Saves is a national campaign to persuade, encourage, and motivate Americans to take financial action in building wealth through saving money and reducing debt, and whereas Daviess County Fiscal Court is a partner in the America Saves campaign and is committed to helping its citizens take immediate financial action to build wealth, not debt. And now, therefore, I, Daviess County Judge Executive Al Mattingly, do hereby proclaim February 7th through March 4th, 2017, as Owensboro Saves Week, and call upon all citizens, we should change that to Daviess County Saves Week, and call upon all citizens to increase retirement contributions and start or increase an emergency fund or take other positive wealth building actions during the Owensboro-Daviess County Saves Week, and pledge to sustain that action. Keith Sanders is here to say a few words, I hope.
Well,
Keith, I'll give this to you, and
thank you very much.
then you're welcome to say a few words.
I'll be very brief, but I would like to acknowledge the Fiscal Court, Judge Mattingly and David Smith, and your support of the work that we do at the Hager Foundation in supporting the Green River Asset Building Coalition. Some of you may well know there's a coalition in the community that does free income tax preparation services for working low to moderate income families. This is the 13th year for that coalition. Last year they prepared over 5,000 returns, 3,000 of which were in Owensboro-Daviess County. So we're saving folks a lot of money. If you, in the last 12 years, I think they prepared and filed 34,000 returns. A couple $100 a return is $7 million has been saved there. Our concern as a community is that we need to do a better job of celebrating savings and thrift. The young men who we just honored here as Eagle Scouts, certainly one of the things that's a virtue of scouting, as Judge will recall, is savings. And there's a lot of reasons for why it's difficult to save, but we can do more as a community. This initiative is locally driven. We have a website, grabc.org. There's a link to America Saves. We're working with a lot of the employers in the community. Owensboro Health is going to be a major participant in this. And the research out there shows that people can save across all income strata. The research also shows that most people think, regardless of the amount of money they make, they don't make enough money to save. And you can go talk to your banker friends in the community, and they'll tell you you, there's people with substantial six-figure incomes where there's no liquidity. I think the Federal Reserve's survey here in 2014 showed 40% of American households can't come up with $500. And you find that $500, you look around our community, in the payday loan stores and the pawn shops and rent-to-own stores are pretty much ubiquitous. And so our response as a community should be to encourage folks to save and use payroll deduction. We've not done a good enough job of that at the tax sites, but it's going to take more than us. But we thank you for your focus on this and being a great partner in our work, Judge Mattingly and the Fiscal Court. So encourage you to learn more by going to grabc.org.
Thank you, Keith. Just two comments. First, Green River Asset Building Coalition, those tax returns are prepared if you qualify at no cost to that person. Is that
That's
correct?
exactly right.
And secondly, it's obvious to me that you and Bob Whitmore are kin because neither of you can know what the word brief means.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good luck to you all.
See you, Keith. Thanks.
Item
All right.
2, consideration for approval, A, minutes of the February 21st, 2016 court meeting.
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Commissioners, you've all had a copy of the minutes in your possession for some time. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
B, all claims for all departments.
Motion approved. Second.
I have a motion second. Again, Commissioners, you all had a copy of the bills due and payable by Davis County Fiscal Court in your possession for some time. Any questions of the treasurer? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
C, lease agreement with the Davis County Board of Education for the Davis County Playground Association and Kentucky Football League.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Lee.
Judge, this is a one-year agreement for our baseball and softball programs, as well as the Kentucky Football League with youth football. This is a one-year agreement that we have had for over 38 years. I've had our attorney, Claude Porter, to be able to review this and would recommend approval.
Okay, any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
D, lease agreement with Owensboro-Daviess County Babe Ruth League for the operations of the Panther Creek Park concession stands.
Move to approve.
Second. I have a motion second. Mr. Lee.
And Judge, this is an agreement for the use of our concession stands at Panther Creek Park commencing March 1st through November 15th. The vendor utility fee is $15 per day, as long as the concession stand is open 1 hour. Again, this is an agreement that we have every year and is similar to what we approved in 2016. I would recommend approval.
Question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
E, lease agreement with Pleasant Grove Baptist Church for the West Louisville Playground Association for them to lease property for the summer recreation program.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion second. Mr. Lee.
Judge, this commences March 15th, 2017, ending the 14th of July, 2017, providing the West Louisville Playground Association 2 ball fields located at Pleasant Grove Baptist Church. This is an agreement that has been signed annually, and by virtue of the school board selling their property, they obviously play at this location, and again would recommend approval.
Question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
F, advertised bid number 6, 2017, courthouse roof replacement.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion second. Commissioners, this is just approval to advertise for a new roof for the courthouse. The one that's on there is a bituminous tar roof. It's been there for 23 years. It's getting in bad shape. We're continually fixing leaks, and I think if you read the article in the paper today, it just is causing us some problems. So what we're going to do is advertise for 2 different types of roof, one similar to the one that's up there now, a bitumen roof, and the second would be the rubberized roof. And we'll take a look at it, and I'm sure that Mr. Johnson will make a recommendation to the court. Is that correct? Okay. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Advertised bid number 8, 2017, Whitesville Repeater Project dispatch.
Move to approve.
I have a motion and second. Commissioners, this project is similar to the one we did in Utica, I think, isn't it, Commissioner Caslin?
Yes.
As you know, that when our emergency responders get out into the county, get down in the hills and hollows, sometimes their handheld will not reach back to central dispatch. So this is really a safety issue for all those folks who put their lives on the line every day. Again, it's permission to advertise. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
H, promote Gavin Cecil to service technician in the Department of Public Works effective March 5, 2017.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, second. Commissioners, I think we had a position for service tech come available. We advertised internally. Mr. Cecil applied for that job, and I'm very pleased that we were able to promote from within. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries.
I, advertise for utility laborer in the Department of Public Works if not filled internally.
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion, second. Again, Commissioners, this is to replace Mr. Cecil, I believe. And, you know, we're going to, again, advertise internally and see if anybody wants to move up or apply for a promotion. Hopefully, we can promote from within. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
A, ordinance first reading, or 3 ordinance first reading, A KOC 621.16, 2017, an ordinance relating to the Davis County Road, Bridge, and Street System.
Move to approve.
No.
This is first reading, sorry.
This is a first reading, so we don't need a motion. I'm sorry, I was sitting here daydreaming. Mr. Brasher, you know, we almost needed to call somebody in. We had so many engineers in here earlier, we were going to have to do some repairs. I know there was a project within all 3 or 4 of the engineers.
Sure there was. Judge, this is the time of the year that I bring the road index in front of fiscal court. It will reflect the new roads that we have accepted and released bond on. If you'll note that the list that is in front of you, what is in red is what has changed. They mostly reflect 2 primary subdivisions, Deer Valley and Whispering Meadows, that roads have been completed and we've released surety.
Okay, first, they don't really have to be new. We have taken in some roads that were existing and had been brought up to our specifications, and then we took them in. And the reason that we have to update this road index is if that road or street is not in the index, we're not allowed to spend any public money on them. Isn't that correct, Claude? Correct. So it's pretty important that we keep abreast. So any question or comment? Next item.
C, consideration for discussion. A, other business to be brought before the Davis County Fiscal Court. Do not show any.
So our streak is still alive. Okay, next item.
Public comments.
This is a time during the meeting in which we ask the public to come forward and identify themselves. They're welcome to speak on any item other than what was on the agenda. Austin, you're a young whippersnapper. Don't be yawning in front of me. We have no takers, Jenny.
Comments by Davis Fiscal Court.
Commissioner Caslin.
Pass.
Commissioner Wathen.
Pass.
Commissioner Coger. All right. Just one question. Engineer Brasher, Fields Road Bridge. Update us.
Yes, sir. They opened the bids, I believe, last Friday. The lowest bids, quite a few of them came in below the estimate that was made by the cabinet. The cabinet is meeting, I believe, tomorrow in Frankfurt to officially, I guess, accept and recommend approval of those bids. The completion date, if the bid is approved, is the end of August of this year. Once they have the contractor on board, they will get together and actually look at his schedule. Hopefully, his schedule will reflect it being built before the deadline of August.
Okay.
End of August.
Judge,
And,
I got
yes,
a
sir.
question for Mark. Do you know what kind of savings to the county that is?
Looking at the lowest apparent bidder, and adding in the utilities, right-of-way, design fees, we're looking at well over $500,000 is what the cabinet will be spending on this bridge.
Thank you.
And, yep, that's out of KYTC and not out of the coffers of the county.
That is correct.
Okay, that's good. I really don't have anything else. Commissioner Wathen, do you have 5 minutes after the meeting?
Yes.
Mr. Lee, I'd like to meet with you and Commissioner Wathen in my office. If there's no other business to be brought before Davis County Fiscal Court without exception, we're adjourned.